Hello everybody, my name is Aceface. We're going to be doing some T2Abyss in a Confessor. This is my Confessor I've been using to do high-sec combat exploration where I go and do these anomalies and also scan down for potential DED sites. And this ship has basically got two purposes. So it can do the high-sec combat exploration, but it can also do a T2 electric abyss. So we're going to take it straight off into the abyss. I've got some filaments with me. Well, on that long journey with all the DD sites and everything did not end with so like big rewards. Pitham C-type shield amplifier and some really bad overseer personal effects. But we're going to do some abyss anyway, so we can at least earn some ISK. So we're going in the system of Otuni here, because there's actually a free clone bay here, which is pretty cool. I can take out my training implants. And we'll just make a quick save, just to have it so that we can warp to some place in the middle of nowhere, so that we can, you know, have some place to launch our abyssal sites in. So we can just save and warp to somewhere like this, just like this. And boop. There we go. So this beam confessor is pretty strong. It's got pretty good tank because we've got the A-type small armor repair. It's not particularly expensive, costs like 30 million. And then we've got damage control because we need a bit of buffer in case to curb his Tyrannos wrecking shots. Then we've got an Imperial Navy Multifrequency, not Multifrequency, but a Imperial Navy Multispectrum armor hardener. And this is good because it, gives you good resistances, so you can tank more. But a particular reason why we're going with the Imperial Navy right here is because I got a bit of a CPU problem. You see here, 0 CPU to spare, so it is a tight fit, and I've got pretty much max skills you can have. So we're really tightening the CPU. That's why I've got that little bit blingier version of the standard multi-spectrum energized membrane. The Tech 2 one gives a tiny bit less resistances. This one gives a tiny bit more, but it also, the main reason is because it has a better CPU than the Tech 2 variant. Okay, so we're going to make ourselves into a fleet. Good, and we'll jump straight into this. Do destroyers. 2 destroyers, good. Just have to wait a bit for the session time because you always got that thing going on. Okay. Time to enter the T2 Abyss. I've not got this on my overview for some reason. I'm going to add it there. It's always annoying when that is not existing there because then you can just press here, otherwise you have to like manually press on it. So what I usually do when I start these T2s is I just start off with Aurora. I start doing damage straight away. And then after that I close in and sort of use the shorter range weaponry. But you get really good range with the Aurora and the tracking speed script over here, or tracking range script over here. So we can just make our way towards the transfer conduit like this. Don't even need to lock it up, it's a bit of a waste. And we've got Tachyon Cloud as well, which is amping this up too. I'll go with this Imperial Navy Multifrequency and take out these rogue drones. And to be honest, here, this range is better that I just use Gleam. Gleam has got better tracking. And the range is way too much, or like unnecessary. And we're in a Tachyon Cloud. This whole site seems to be a Tachyon Cloud for some reason. So we're going to try to pull a bit of range into an area that has no Tachyon Clouds, because it's going to make us hit a lot worse. There we go. I'm going to be honest, group these actually. Oh, no, get back in there, get back in there. Get back in there. I can just get the speed to go a little bit better inertia there quickly. And there we go. We've got a pretty good tank, this armor repair right here, mainly just due to the fact that we've got a lot of resistances actually. So it doesn't seem like there's any Tachyon Cloud in this small area over here. So we're going to use Gleam actually. Gleam is a little bit better, and we're going to group them too. There we go. Do very good tracking here with the Gleam. A lot more powerful than the Imperial Navy Multi-Frequency. Like the DPS is the same, but you have the really good tracking, so it's really great in that regard. 12-kilometer range. Doesn't seem like we're hitting so much though. I don't know why. It's like they're half in a, I think they're half in a Tachyon Cloud and half not or something. Let's try using the tracking speed script. Maybe it'll help a little bit. And go with tracking speed script over here. It's good to have the tracking speed that you get from the Gleam, but also this tracking computer helps. But yeah, there you see. Look at that. Popping these road drones like nothing. Yeah, biocommutative cache. We should actually get that. Should go towards that actually. Poppity pop. Yeah. It's pretty simple. We'll go with now multi-frequency since these guys are getting a little bit further away, and we'll put the range script as well. Simple and easy. Rogue drone frigates. Okay, lock this up. And we can use Aurora to just pulse this down. It takes a bit of time for the... you can click on it sometimes to change the ammunition, but it doesn't always go where you want it to. Come on. Now that I don't want to be in a Tachyon Cloud, it's not allowing me. Okay, now it is. There we go, shoot this guy. Oof, he's got a big hit right there, 830 damage in just one shot. Grab this. 2 million, pretty crap loot. We get on average, according to Abyssal Tracker, 9-10 million from each site that you're doing here. Start with Aurora. It's very annoying with this tachyon cloud, just making everything go a lot more slower. 3 minutes, that's a pretty slow time. I like to complete this in like 6-7 minutes. Usually a good time to complete this in. Coreli Tyrannos, okay. Let's go and get into optimal range, and we want to be careful here for the wrecking shots, because the wrecking shots can one-shot our armor. We've got the damage control that gives it a good buffer to our structure, so it'll make us not like we would just about one-shot our armor if Coreli Tyrannos lands a wrecking shot. And with minus 30% EM, I think even we can survive a wrecking shot in terms of our armor. Okay, let's put some Imperial Navy Multifrequency over here. He's getting close. There we go. Dissipator over there. Should have gone for the dissipators first, to be honest. Don't want to have all those neuters, but we've got a pretty good capacitor though. Actually, not that great. 5.3 gigajoules. I thought it was better because we're almost cap stable in the normal world. So with the electrical side, buffs up by quite a big margin, but it wasn't as good as I thought it would be. Okay, it seems like Coreli Tyrannos is pretty much missing everything. So that's really great. And we can just do our little tap on this biocommutative cache as soon as that sleeper guy is unlocked or uncycled. There we go. Put Imperial Navy standard. This is a good range for standard. 35 kilometers, 31 optimal. And we'll move slowly but surely towards the transfer conduit. I'm surprised how little Coreli Tyrannos is hitting. I'm used to Coreli Tyrannos hitting me a lot more. I guess it's just the way it works sometimes. We've also got some basic boosters here, Hardshell and Synth. Blue pill that can be used to get a little bit extra armor repair rate if we needed to. It's not that much, 7% more if you use both of them, but they're very cheap boosters as well. They give like 7% total and they cost only 1 million. Let's see now. That was actually a pretty good right there. We've got a raging, chaotic, no, chaotic even. Wow, chaotic dark. That's pretty surprising for a T2. Not at all used to that. Imagine if it was chaotic electric. That would be like 27 million or 25 million, whatever they're going for nowadays. Really good. Okay, we'll just keep transversal at maximum. Like just go to the side to get perpendicular so that we can have this have as little likelihood as possible that the Coreli Tyrannos is hitting us. That's the whole reason I got the damage control. I would not have had the damage control if it wasn't for Coreli Tyrannos. I probably would have gone dual reps. A bit cheaper rep than capacitor control circuit here. But it's just because of the fact that Coreli Tyrannos hits quite hard that I'm actually going with the damage control like we're doing right now. We can actually even get that extraction cache over here. Let's just shoot that. And I actually think we have to go for Aurora now that the Coreli Tyrannos is very far away. Alright, we took a bit of a hit right there. We can go for this little extraction node. And we were right next to the transfer conduit anyway. This guy is falling out of range. Okay. Grab that. 1.2 million. Wow, that's actually quite a lot for a extraction node. I'm not used to them in T2 being so much. There we go. Now we go to transfer conduit. Give me transfer conduit. There we go. Look at that. A good range of the Confessor. Can hit anything almost anywhere. Like, obviously not anything, but it feels almost like you can hit anything you see just because of the good range it's got. Feels like the feeling I get when I have the Gila. It's got 70-kilometer drone control range, or like a lock range, and pretty much any of that I can actually use to wreck them straight away. Like depending on their range, I can just tell the drone, oh, go for them, and they'll go good. So here, spark grips. I'm just gonna keep all the Tessera guys. I'm gonna just keep range here, try to get out of this blue cloud. The whole site is a blue cloud. Oh, come on. Okay, let's see now. I just want to keep range. That's all it's going to be here. Keep range. Because these guys will do a lot of damage to me if I let them come close. But I just have to keep range and wither them down. I can just about survive one of these. It won't be surviving. I won't be able to face tank one of these, but just about I'll be able to survive one of these. So I just need to pull range until and kill them before they get to me, really. That's all it is. I can switch to standard over here. There we go. Standard increasing our damage a bit. We can sort of kite as well, manually pilot to the side. That guy over here doesn't seem like he wants to move so much. I don't know why he's not approaching me faster. He's going only 600 meters a second. This other one is going 700 meters a second. I guess if we really wanted to keep range, you could use propulsion mode, but that'll go obviously a lot slower because we will not do as much DPS and also not as much range as well. Aurora. Maybe we could even... Let's see now. Can we snipe these guys? Can we snipe them? How much damage do... Oh, we can snipe these guys. That guy doesn't seem like he wants to get close anyway. Or maybe he does. Okay, I'm going to actually start going for this striker because I don't think one of these field weavers does a whole lot of remote reps. That's what these field weavers do. They do remote reps. We can go for standard now. I really like the idea of these like multi-use ships. I'm using it to do exploration, the core probe launcher, but I also got the ability to do these T2 abyssal sites. And T2 abyssal sites and destroyers are pretty decent. T1 and frigates are really good because they are really fast and really easy to do. But the T2s are also possible in the frigates, but they require a lot of skill. I find it to be a lot more relaxing when you're into the destroyer. Especially a Tech 3 destroyer that are pretty overall powerful. But they don't have as good tanking as a Assault frigate, but they have really good artillery going on with them. They've got really good weapons. Okay, so now that this guy's going to be close, it's going to be a little bit spicy. But we'll probably, or very likely, kill him before he even gets even close to us. You know what will be a real nightmare is if they've got a tachyon cloud that makes them get really close to us straight away. Then they'll get under our guns or in front of our face directly. It'll be very scary, actually. I'd probably have to use propulsion mode to pull range or something like that. Then again, if there was a tachyon cloud, I could sort of like try to pilot in that tachyon cloud. Then the rogue drone battle cruisers won't hit me at all because I'm going so fast and they'll also always be out of their range in some way or another. Propulsion mode is good to have that propulsion mode. Good to have propulsion. See now, where's the total haul from this site right here? I've got some filters going on. Abyssal loot. There we go. 9 million? Okay, decent. And we also got the chaotic dark, which contributed quite a bit with a 3 million right there. And we've not even got the third cache. We also got that nice extraction node as well that gave 1.2 million. Let me go a little bit faster. Please, Confessor, go fast. I wish that it went 700 meters a second by default and then 1000 meters a second with propulsion mode. Because it feels like very slow. Like, this is average speeds with an afterburner in propulsion mode. Going really slow in standard modes. Let's see now. Will it give the good loot? Will it give the good loot? 1.9 million. Okay, we got 10 million then. This site, a little bit more than average. I heard the average is 9 million, 9, 10 million, something like that. It's a little bit more than average. Pretty decent right there. Actually, one thing to keep in mind is that we are factoring in these agitated filaments we've got right here. You can just take out these. So 10.7 million. So a little bit average. Tiny bit more than average, I would say. A little quick abyssal site you can do here in the Confessor. It's a pretty smooth activity, but just make sure that you don't, like, you can tank quite a bit, but you're not invincible. Like, you're definitely not invincible. You're almost invincible, like very close to really tanky though. If you go in defense mode, just keep that in mind. But just keep in mind that you can like mess up if you don't kill stuff fast enough. They can get close to you and wreck you. Newts can wreck you if you don't like prioritize right. So don't just go in thinking that, oh, I just AFK and then I just shoot them and that's all it is. You have to like make sure you are killing stuff and killing stuff quick because you're not invincible. It's not like you don't have as good tank as a typical assault frigate, or at least the ability to kite. You're going to have to face tank a lot more here because the destroyer is a lot slower. But on the other hand, you have very good range, which makes so that you kill stuff usually before they even get close to you, which is something that's really good about this ship I like. So this is what you can do. We can just go here, do a quick Garista's Refuge if we feel like it. Very decent right here, very decent right here. And to be honest, what I would like to use is, even with this fit, is some energy turret implants to give me a little bit extra DPS. I don't have any in me right now, but I would want to use them. Some cheap implants. It would be good to get a little bit of extra DPS bonus to make it go even faster. The stuff we've got going on right here. I mean, imagine here if we get a 4 out of 10, that would be really great. Pop this Plunderer Gleam, as I said before, best tracking, best for small stuff if you are close. It has worse range though than Imperial Navy Multifrequency. Just keep that in mind. But here we're at point blank range. We've got enough range for the... Oh wait, and we need to use sharpshooter mode. What am I doing? We've got enough range for Gleam anyway. I forget that from time to time. Okay, look, we've got even more range now with the Gleam. 12 kilometer fall off. And we do more damage as well, so really nice. In total, we've got like 400 DPS as well. Good applied DPS. Overall, a really good experience with doing these kind of high-sec anomaly sites. No cosmic signatures, unfortunately. It's just the way it is. Just the way it is. You know, these hideaways, they can give actually 4 out of 10s as well. I never knew about that until I actually got it. Well, I think I may have heard it mentioned to me before, but I haven't really paid so much attention. These hideaways, they are very, very easy to do. They're extremely easy to do. You just pop them directly, especially in the Confessor. Some of them are hideaways. I think it was the hideaway. They spawn at like 30 kilometers. You just go, switch over to standard, and just pop them like that. Super easy. Super duper easy. I think there's 2 variants of the hideaway, like one that's really close, one that's really far away. Let's see, I think this guy is pretty far away, so we can actually use Imperial Navy Multifrequency on these guys. You can just have one preemptively shooting like this, and then just click like this, boop! Super simple. And then just click here on the second one, like that. Be very quick with your fingers here. And then this, and then just boop! And then just have these preemptively shoot. Pop. Oh, he almost got one shot. I think it's because we're... Garista Scout Outpost! Yes! Yes, another Garista Scout Outpost. Hopefully this is not in low sec. If it is, I'm going to be pretty annoyed. Oh, yes! It's not in low sec. It's not in low sec. Perfect. Safer route is 20 jumps away. Oof. 20 jumps away. Wow. That's a lot of jumps right there. Well, you know, it's decent. It seems to be decent. You get, I'm getting a pretty decent amount of escalations recently with this Confessor. Confessor seems to have a good ability of providing these sites, it seems. Oh, we don't need to use our armor repair. There we go. Pop, pop, and pop this. Double beam lasers. Lock these guys up here, the Gila. It's annoying, I think, that they reduced the likelihood that we're going to get it. Escalation, because it's given out to 2 random people on the grid when if an escalation is given out. Okay, that went down pretty quickly though, so it's alright. Alright, so there we go. Confessor that does higher sec anomalies and also T2 Abyss size. Pretty decent, pretty decent. Got some little bit of ISK right here with the 11 million. And these filaments, T2 electrics, are very cheap as well, so you can carry a bunch of these with you and do these whenever you want. I mean, it's not like hyper efficient or anything, but I just think it's very fun to have some kind of ship that's not crazily expensive. It costs like 160 mil total, this fit. And you can do a lot of things with it, and it's also like a pretty nimble ship as well, so you're pretty fast. You don't have to worry too much about being stuck or different places with the gankers anyway. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video right here. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later.